Zero conditional. Zero conditional sentences refer to all time, not just the present or future. إذا الزيرو conditional refers to all time, not just the present or future. They express a situation that is always true. They express a situation that is always true. تعبر عن موقف صحيحة دائما. Always true. If here in zero conditional sentences means when or whenever. So if means when or whenever. This is in zero conditional sentences. For example, if you spend over £50 at the supermarket, you get a 5% discount. إذن هاي الجملة, this sentence is always true. So if here is a zero conditional sentence because it refers to all time and expresses a situation that is always true. Second conditional. احنا اخذنا بالسلايد السابق او بالباوربوينت الاول بيونت 8 الفيرست كونديشنال. هسه السكند كونديشنال. الفورم of the second conditional is if plus past simple plus الwould. if plus past simple plus الwould. يعني طلاب المفروض تعرفون تفرقون بالform of the first conditional and the second conditional. Positive. If I won some money, I'd go around the world. If I won some money, I'd go around the world. لاحظوا الform of the second conditional sentence. If, then the past simple one. If, then the past simple one. Then would. هاي short form of would. I'd. So here this sentence is a second conditional sentence because the form of this sentence is if plus past simple one plus would. هاي إذا كانت الإف في بداية السنتنس قلنا لازم we must put a comma. My father would be proud if he could see me now. بما أنه الإف في وسط الجملة ما نخلي ما يصير أن نضع comma. So here if الباست simple and الwould. Okay. Negative. النفي. I'd give up my job if I didn't like it. لاحظون إنه هاي الجملة هنا منفية didn't. If I had a lot of money I wouldn't spend it all. هنا wouldn't جتي في حالة النيجاتيف. Question. What would you do if you saw someone shoplifting? Shoplifting يعني يسرق. Shoplifting. What would you do if you saw someone shoplifting? هنا would موجودة, past simple موجود so والif موجودة. If you needed help, who would you ask? هنا الif موجودة, past simple needed and would أيضا موجودة. هاي كلها تشوفوا نفس form of the second conditional sentence. Note that was can change to where in the condition clause. إذا was ممكن تتغير إلى where لكن وين بالcondition clause. اللي هي شنو هي الcondition clause؟ الكلوز اللي تجي ورا الإف. If I were rich, I wouldn't have to work. If he were rich, he wouldn't have to work. So was can change to where in the condition clause. Use. We use the second conditional clause, second conditional to express an unreal situation and its probable result. First conditional قلنا real possibility or real situation. Second conditional is used to express unreal situation يعني فد موقف غير حقيقي and its probable result والنتيجة المحتملة. The situation or condition يعني الموقف اللي يصير أو الحالة is improbable غير ممكن impossible مستحيل imaginary ممكن واحد يتخيله or contrary to known facts أو contrary عكس known facts الفacts الحقائق المعروفة. So the situation or condition in the second conditional is improbable, impossible, imaginary or contrary to known facts. For example, if I were on the Olympic basketball team, I'd train every day, but it's not very likely that I will ever be on the team. يعني أني تقريبا من المستحيل إنه أكون بهذا التيم. فهاي it is impossible or improbable. هاي condition or situation. If I were on the Olympic basketball team, I train every day, but it is not very likely that I will ever be on the team. هاي معنى الجملة. If my mother knew about my plans, she'd be very surprised. But in fact, she doesn't know. My mother doesn't know. If Ted needed money, I'd lend it to him. But he doesn't need it. So the fact that Ted doesn't need the money. Other modal verbs are possible in the result clause. Other modal verbs are possible in the result clause. For example, I could buy some new clothes if I had some money. طلاب result clause هي هاي مو result clause مو الكلوز اللي تيجي ورا الاف اللي تيجي ورا الاف هي conditional clause لكن ممكن condition clause تجي في وسط الجملة الاف فالجملة اللي ورا الاف هي condition clause واي جملة في البداية تكون او اللي مو ورا الاف تكون هي result clause. So here I could buy some new clothes هي هاي result clause. If I had some money هاي condition clause. فإذا modal verbs are possible in the result clause. قلنا هاي result clause هذا model verb is possible in the result clause. If I saved a little every week, I might be able to save up for a car. هنا قلنا اللي الكلوز اللي تيجي ورا الاف هي هاي الكونديشن كلوز والريزلت كلوز هي الكلوز اللي بعدها بيها model verbs. فإذا might is a model verb. فإذا هي هاي I might be able to save up for a car هي هاي الريزلت كلوز. If you wanted that job you'd have to apply very soon. هنا would هي هاي auxiliary الموديل verb اجتي بالresult clause. Number 3 if I were you I'd is used to give advice. فإذا if I were you I'd and etc. the complement of the clause is used to give advice لإعطاء النصيحة. For example if I were you I'd apologize to her. هاي كأنما هي advice الجملة. استخدمنا if I were you I'd complement of the sentence is to give advice. I'd take it easy for a while if I were you. هاي همينة advice. I'd take it easy هاي advice for a while if I were you. First or second conditional. Both conditionals refer to the present and future. يعني first و second conditional clauses refer to the present and future. The difference شنو الاختلاف is about probability not time. إذا الاختلاف about probability not time. It is usually clear which conditional to use. First conditional sentences are real مثل ما ذكرت قبل شوية and possible. يعني احنا ممكن نستخدمها نعرف نستخدمها من الكلوز. الفيرست conditional sentence من نشوف sentence or clause which is real and possible. هاي first conditional. The second conditional sentences express situations that will probably never happen. إذن means unreal situation or unreal possibilities. We use the second conditional clause. So the first conditional sentences are real and possible. لكن the second conditional situations that will probably never happen means unreal situations. If I lose my job, I'll etc. My company is doing badly. There is a strong possibility of being made redundant. Redundant means فائض. If I lose my job, my company is doing badly. There is a strong possibility of being made redundant. If I lost my job, I probably won't lose my job. I'm just speculating. هاي معناها تشوفون الجملة which is first or second conditional. The difference about probability, not time. If there is a nuclear war, we'll all etc. said by a pessimist. هاي الجملة قيلت عن طريق شخص متشائم. If there was a nuclear war, but I don't think it will happen. إذن هاي the first one is first conditional and the second one is the second conditional clause, because this sentence, if there is a nuclear war, we're all said by a pessimist. قيلت عن طريق شخص متشائم. إذن maybe a real condition, and the second one is the second conditional, because I don't think that it will happen. It might be an unreal situation. Would. Notice the use of would in the following sentences. استخدام الwould اللي هي هاي modal verb. She'd look better with shorter hair. هنا هي ال short form is of would. Then she would look better with shorter hair. Means or equals to if she cut her hair, she'd look better. هاي the meaning of this sentence. She'd look better with shorter hair means if she cut her hair, she'd look better. Would to express preference. ممكن نستخدم الwould to express preference لتعبر عن الأفضلية. I'd love a cup of coffee. I'd love a cup of coffee. Where would you like to sit? هنا استخدمنا الwould. Would. I'd rather have coffee, please. Would rather. I'd rather not tell you if that's all right. What would you rather do, stay in or go out? هاي المصطلحات. I'd love, where would you, I'd rather, would you. هاي كلها في استخدام الwould expresses preference. هنا نستخدم الأفضلية من نستخدم المودل verb would. Would to express a request. Would to express a request لتعبر عن الطلب. Would you open the door for me? I requested to open the door here. Would you mind lending me a hand? I requested to lend me a hand. So here these two questions is about would to express a request.